What is up, YouTube? It's springtime, 2022. I'm itching to get into the backcountry. I do a lot of backpacking, hiking, hunting when it's season, fishing, dirt biking, off-roading, and I often go by myself. So I wanted to talk to you about my self-rescue plan. Besides leaving a good plan with people back at home, I've got two devices. The ACR ResQLink 400 and the Garmin inReach Mini. They are both excellent at what they do. They have different missions. Let's talk about them. We're going to start with the ACR. First of all, this is a passive device, all right? Meaning that it's only turned on and used when you need help. So the great thing about this is it will transmit after activation on 121.5 megahertz, 406 megahertz. It hits the satellites and will summon help right away. The way you do that is with this antenna. The antenna rotates 90 degrees. You hit the power button right there, and boom, help's coming. It also has a strobe light and an infrared light, so anybody using night vision can easily see you. Has a test mode here I can show you. It should get a couple green flashes and then a strobe light down here. So we push and hold the T for test. There's a green should get a solid green. There it is, and the strobe. So that's working good. This does need to be registered to you. There's some basic information. Battery is good through, in my case, July of 2026. A little bit pricey at $300, but it works really good. The batteries aren't going to go dead on you, and between the infrared light, strobe light, and the different ways of contacting help, it's a good device to have. And $300, $320 maybe, is not a lot to pay when you're talking about your life and rescue. So what happens when you activate this? Well, it sends a satellite signal up to various satellites. It's called the SAR-SAT, Search and Rescue Satellite Aided Tracking. It's monitored by NOAA, N-O-A-A. Once this signal's received by a satellite, then it's shot down to the local or the closest facility, I guess, who then forwards it to Mission Control Center, it's called. And the Mission Control Center is somewhere back east, I want to say Maryland. It really doesn't matter, but yeah, it goes to the Mission Control Center, who then alerts the closest search and rescue authorities. It might be Coast Guard, it might be, I don't know, a sheriff's department or something like that. So anyways, that's the ACR. I got it from REI, again, $300, and you really can't go wrong. Next, the Garmin. Okay, let me get this out of here so you don't get distracted. The Garmin inReach Mini. Okay, this operates off of the Iridium satellite network. And it is not only it's not a true PLB, although it will summon help with the SOS. You see right there, button. But I use this to communicate with my loved ones back home. So it will Bluetooth to my cell phone. I can send text messages. There is a subscription, monthly subscription. Unlike the ACR, no subscription. With this, you're going to have a subscription because it's a data plan. And what I have found with the Garmin is, well, the Iridium network in particular, I should say, is that it needs, I believe, 2 satellites in order. No, that is incorrect. It only needs 1 satellite. However, these satellites are in low Earth orbit. And what does that mean? So if you imagine the Earth, right? And the satellite, one is coming up over the horizon, kind of like this, as one is going down, all right? So I have found if I'm in a valley or something somewhere where I have high terrain on 2 sides of me, I may not hit either satellite for quite a few minutes until it gets directly overhead. So it's not uncommon for 20, 30 minutes to go by before my message goes out with this. With the ACR, there's geosynchronous orbits. There's a high orbit. I forget what it's called. But it's much more likely to get out quicker. And it's got a broader spectrum of satellites it can hit. Iridium network is a commercial network. It's privately held versus the ACR. All the satellites for this are government type satellites. So I have found Iridium network to be very reliable. If you got high terrain on all sides of you, you might have a little bit of a tough time hitting it. What I like about this, I can turn it on and it will track my progress, my location, where I've been, where I'm going. So it's real-time updates. Again, I can send text messages, I can receive text messages, I can get weather reports. What else does it do? I can call for help from the authorities. I can call for help from my wife, from my friends, whoever. Monthly subscription though, like $40 a month or something for decent amount of text messages. I've never gone over, but I don't use it all that much. So something to think about. Iridium network, government network, and again, I take both of these with me. Now, here's kind of the kicker to each of these. They do you no good if they're in camp. So unless they're on your person, they're really useless, right? Now with this one, I've alerted my wife to say, look, I'll send her a text. I'm going to be here for a little while. I'll let you know when I'm moving again, or she'll see that I'm moving. But if she knows I'm supposed to be moving and I'm not, she can summon help, right? With this, if I don't push the button, nobody's coming. Nobody knows where I'm at. Nobody knows what's going on. I hope you find this helpful and useful. I would recommend each of them. They both kind of cover the gap where the other one lacks. And again, this one is about $300, I think, also. So for a grand total of $600, you really can't go wrong. If you have any questions, send me a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate all you viewers, and be safe in the backcountry this year.